Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and it has finally happened. Today is the day Bitcoin has hit a new all-time high of $66,889. That's over $2,000 higher than its previous all-time high from earlier in this year. Now, things are happening quickly, and I don't know what the price is going to be by the time you see this. I don't know if it's going to go down a little bit in the short term. It's just going to keep plowing through, which I would love to see. But for frame of reference, it is currently Wednesday, October 20th at 12:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so you love to see it. So I'm going to share with you thoughts and expectations from a number of different chart analysts in this video, and also one analyst, XRP chart analyst, who has charted some interesting things. Let's just say that there's an expectation of an explosive response for XRP to all of this. But before going any further, I do want to be clear that I do not have a financial background of any kind. I'm not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who makes crypto-related YouTube videos, but just as a hobby and just for fun. At the time I'm recording this, XRP is at $1.15. Bitcoin's at $66,397. Market cap for the asset class, $2.67 trillion. Yes, that's an all-time high there as well, my friends. And Bitcoin dominance at 46.73%. It's just incredible. And if you happen to look at the screen, you can see right here, this is where it rocketed up today, just within the last few hours. Things happen fast in crypto, my friends. Which is also why I keep saying, too, like, things seem impossible until suddenly it just happens, and then it's just obvious in hindsight. That's how it always unfolds in crypto, which is why if you're holding something that hasn't moved in a long time, I must insist that it does not matter. It really doesn't. That's just why it's draw upon history. Draw upon history for wisdom. Think back to, this is my favorite XRP example, when XRP in May of 2017, from May to December, mid-December 2017, so half a year, over that, it traded sideways until suddenly it didn't. And then it went on its greatest rally in history, leading up to almost $4 as its all-time high. So like things take forever. It trades sideways. Oh my God, it's never going to happen. And then until suddenly it does, which is why I always just make sure I have exposure to the assets that I think are going to go higher, because I can't time the market and I can't know when they are going to take off. But when they do take off, it happens over a short period of time. And so if I don't have exposure when that happens, I'm just screwed. And I recognize that. The same is true of the stock market also. The greatest, most exciting price action that results in the greatest earnings and true wealth accumulation, it happens over very short periods of time. Most of the time, markets are sideways or down. That's pretty much it. You get, as far as the bursts, no. The bursts are rare, certainly in crypto, anyway. How are the lemmings feeling? Well, I can't wait to see the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, which is on your screen now. Can't wait to see this update. It updates every 24 hours at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so we're a little bit off from that, but the latest update is that the lemmings, even before this happened, the typical retail speculator, in extreme greed at 82 out of 100, one can only imagine that this would be much higher to whatever degree, to at least a little bit higher, right? Once this thing updates. So I'm kind of looking forward to see, but the lemmings are feeling great. Now, eventually this market may be a long time from now, it could be months from now, I don't pretend to know, but eventually the market will enter extreme fear again, and that is, and when that happens, like, that's when I'm like, might I want to top off on anything? That's when I'll run through that. Like, is there anything that I want to purchase? I'll take one of these and two of those. That's the time. And now, who's been making some really bad noob-style calls? Do you guys remember this? I got to highlight a little bit of this. I've got to. And it's not to actually be vindictive or mean to the people that are wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But some takes on expectations for crypto are so off that you just kind of wonder, like, have you been investing long? In crypto, I understand it's more volatile, so even people in other asset classes, maybe they're just having a harder time with it, but look at this headline. You guys are all familiar with Jim Cramer, who has the television show Mad Money, national television show, right? You guys familiar? Everybody knows who Jim Cramer is, right? Well, here's the headline from September 22nd, 2021, just under a month ago. Mad Money Jim Cramer begs crypto investors to take profits, says, quote, "I don't want you to lose money," end quote. Oh, God. And so you understand that Jim Cramer here was telling you to panic sell on bad news. Scary bad news. Look at this. The host of CNBC's Mad Money show, Jim Cramer, said Monday that cryptocurrency investors should take profits on their crypto holdings if they have any gains in their portfolios. A former hedge fund manager, Cramer co-founded TheStreet.com, a financial news and literacy website. And here's his quote. I know the crypto lovers never want to hear me say sell, but if you've got a big gain as I did, well, I'm begging you to. Don't let it become a loss. Sell some. Stay long the rest. Then let's wait and see if China changes its attitude toward an Evergrande ballot. So you guys remember the Evergrande FUD, which was a big nothing, right? Remember that from a month ago? Yep, it's just a narrative that was happening at the time. Absolute big nothing. And still he was insisting that it's the best thing for you to just panic sell at least some of your crypto right then. And if you just draw upon history, and look, I'm not pretending that I knew for sure how this is going to pan out. I'm not pretending that it could not have potentially gone the other way, but I don't think it was remotely probable. You know, I'm not speaking in absolutes here, but it wasn't remotely probable. You know, and still that's what he was saying. And look at this. Here's a tweet that I shared on August 14th as XRP was at the time bouncing a bit back, and even now the price of XRP doesn't look that bad, all things considered. You know, a year ago it was what, like 20-25 cents, probably somewhere around there, and now it's over $1 as I record this. But look at this. As XRP was going up, and this tweet was from August 14th, 2021, I tweeted out the following. On July 20th, 2021, XRP was down to 52 cents. I made a video with a thumbnail that said, XRP is fine. And here are some of the comments from that video. And so to be clear, XRP had rebounded quite a bit from that point. And here's a couple of them. Some people were just not nice people, like this guy. And this guy, and just the comment from my YouTube video, this guy named Malcolm, stupid Lambo, XRP will visit 30 cents. Well, he wrote 0.3, so I'm assuming he meant 30 and not 3 cents. And this is why I also wrote in my tweet, here is an eggplant emoji for the one that was rude to me for no good reason. That's for you, Malcolm. That's a special emoji just for you, friend. And then there is this from Shack to Shaker, wrote, bull market is over. Oh, I didn't know that bull market was over. Here's one from somebody named Marcus. No, XRP is not fine because XRP is going to zero. Don't be dumb, people. And that's when XRP was at 52 cents. It's now up over 100% from there. Good job, Marcus. Here we go. From somebody that is, funny enough, named Bull Run. That's their name. Wrote, just admit we are in a bear market. No, actually, you know what? The blockchain backer had a funny response. Why didn't I think of this one? It was right here. He just tweeted this out earlier this morning. He wrote, just admit it's a bull market. I love that. I love that. So, Mr. Bull Run here, just admit it's a bull market. Would you please do that? And so, look, this is who you're up against. These people, whatever the sentiment is at the moment, it's going to do that forever. That's what the uneducated, typical investor believes. It's what they emotionally feel, and they respond accordingly with their money. This is what you're up against. And so it's not hard to defeat them. This is what you're up against. I was a little surprised to see Jim Cramer go the route that he did, but panic selling, like responding to news in the moment. I'm just saying, like, somebody, especially running a TV show like that, I expected a bit more than that. Because, you know, the typical person in crypto that's educated themselves even just a bit, they know that's not the thing to do. Just responding to fake news in the moment. I don't know. I'm just saying. And then there was also this from my fellow XRP YouTuber, the Blockchain Backer. Highest daily close in history for Bitcoin, and that was yesterday. This was before the all-time high. And that's why when I made a video yesterday when I was talking about press, I was like, you never know. Maybe it could even potentially be tomorrow. Eventually, Bitcoin will hit its all-time high, though. And so it was the highest daily close, but now Bitcoin itself did hit a new all-time high today. So it's been exciting seeing all this, especially after now, and I reported on Monday too, the highest weekly close. I reported that on Monday. Yesterday I reported the highest daily close, which everybody's talking about, and now today, third day in a row of awesome news for Bitcoin, new all-time high. Here is a tweet from my fellow XRP YouTuber Alex Cobb, who wrote, historically speaking, XRP has never been above $1 a coin for this long. Again, you love to see it. And this is true. Like all these people that say XRP's going down to zero, this or that, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. The whole market moves in tandem. XRP is going to hit its all-time high at some point in the future, I believe, and then enter price discovery. And again, that is not financial advice. There's no way I know any of this for sure. This is what I suspect it to be most probable. That's my personal, unprofessional opinion, and I suspect that as time passes, that I'll be proven right. I think that's what's going to happen here. And then there was this from chart analyst Ambessa. This XRP tweet is 1 month old. High time frame traders live the best life. And so what's he talking about? Well, here's the tweet from September 21st. And you can read it if you want. It's on your screen. I just wanted to highlight it, and I did cover it a month ago when he tweeted it. But it was basically a macro update for XRP. And he was basically noting, hey, right now, XRP, do you panic sell above support? No. And he shared this rounded bottom, and his expectation, he's been sharing the rounded bottom chart for some time off and on. His expectations are just as high as any other XRP bulls, $10 plus this market cycle. I don't know how we don't get to there given what's been happening with Bitcoin and Ethereum to this point, which I'm also going to be talking about in this video. Take a look at this. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Kaleo. Honestly, think Bitcoin just goes vertical from here to $75,000 to $80,000 before we see too much chop. Yeah, and so at some point we will see that, because Bitcoin won't go up in a straight line forever. If these analysts are correct, because they have expectations of well over $100,000 for Bitcoin, if they're right, there still will be at some point chop sideways. You'll see some retracement. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever. But my gosh, it's pretty damn clear that the market's in overdrive now, folks. I'd kind of be surprised if we see that pullback right now, but you never know. And then there was this from chart analyst Pentoshi. He wrote $180,000 by first quarter next year, or market is wrong. And he shared this retweet from September 1st, which read as following: Bitcoin break above $50,000 means it goes to $58,000 to $60,000, sitting above 200-day moving average, which is now acting as support. What is your price discovery plan? Above those highs, 3x seems reasonable, which is around $180,000. You don't go make new all-time highs for 10% gains. Verge of breaking out into the last range. And so that's his opinion, just in a general sense. When you hit a new all-time high with Bitcoin, it's not just going to stop at 10% up. So if he's right, then more likely than not, we're going to see more fireworks before we see a little bit of a cooling off period. But I got to tell you, the more that I see us get to these levels where you're talking like $75,000 to $80,000, as many analysts think we're quickly approaching, if they're right and we get there, and we still see that it's full steam ahead for the market, I don't see how we don't keep plowing through it. So maybe it is the case that the analysts that I follow, because again, like off the top of my head, other than the blockchain backer, I don't know if I can think of one that doesn't think we're going above $100,000. And I'm a blockchain backer fan, so to be clear, no disrespect whatsoever. That guy is almost always right with his calls. So and even if he could be right, and maybe there will be some, maybe we actually will top at $75,000 or $80,000. Okay, but I'm going to say right now, even if that's not the case, that does nothing to change my opinion of him. He's way more right than he is wrong. It doesn't matter, and still, it's just his expectations. So I don't know what's going to happen, but that guy's still incredible regardless. So it's just, and the reason I know I made a video where I was talking about the fair bit, but it bothers me, the people the degree to which people are being rude and attacking him. I'm just like, damn, he's just sharing his opinion. Like, chill out and be a civil human. It really bothers me. So I just want to mention that. That's why in a vacuum I don't want to say, like, because at this point I got to admit it's like, what is most probable, like. Because look, I've said this before, and it's worth repeating here, especially on a day like this. These analysts that I follow, usually what the majority thinks out of the group of analysts that I personally follow, typically when the majority has a strong opinion, it just comes true. And in this case, the majority is saying over 100,000 for Bitcoin, this market cycle, even though they agree on what the time frame might look like. Some think this quarter, some think first quarter, some even think it might bleed into second quarter next year, but somewhere within that range. It just makes me wonder. And I'll be happy regardless, but hopefully it goes even higher, because you know what that's going to mean for XRP, right? It's just going to rocket. Speaking of XRP, here's the headline from the Daily Huddle, and they're talking about something I actually mentioned the other day. But here's the headline. Analyst unveils massive XRP price prediction, says Ethereum set to shatter historic line of resistance. And they're talking about this pattern. In case you missed it, I covered this in a video the other day. There's this tweet where chart analyst Credible Crypto shared what's on your screen right here, indicating that the explosive price action we saw in the earlier portion of this year when XRP ran up to about $2, that formation, it's like it's recreated itself. It's just taking longer to play out. But Credible Crypto noted, the longer it takes for a cryptocurrency to consolidate, the greater the explosion to the upside. And so he absolutely does see that XRP is going to hit its all-time high and go above. And here's a quote from him. The move to $10 plus is not going to happen from this next leg of expansion. This next leg should take us close to / maybe a bit past new all-time high. There will be more periods of consolidation / expansion that follow. And so every expectation here that XRP is going to follow in the footsteps of Bitcoin, which has hit another all-time high. Look, at some point, this money is really going to start flowing through the rest of the market, altcoins. It's going to happen, and you'll see absolute mania. I don't know exactly when, but damn, we are so close to the point. Like, I'm just telling you, humans are behaving the same as they did last market cycle. So it's not that everything's going to be exactly the same, but the market seems to be, even now, rhyming with itself, which it always has done for 12 years. I'm not expecting that to magically change at this exact moment in time. That doesn't make sense. The soonest we might see some sort of fundamental change in human behavior, I think, would be once we enter the bear market. We'll see if people have a kamtajaithas moment with all their ridiculous investing into Shiba Inu and Doge and all that crap. And Ethereum Classic, which is the worst cryptocurrency on the planet, I think. It's like at some point, yes, humans will behave differently, but this isn't the time for them to do that. They're still in complete mania at this point. Well, maybe the mania is going to be coming, but I'm just saying in terms of the enthusiasm, the optimism, the way that they're behaving, just like we've expected historically. So why would you expect something different this market cycle? Here's another tweet from chart analyst Credible Crypto. Was full bull at $30,000 lows for Bitcoin, advised caution / short-term bearish at 52,000 weekly resistance. First time we hit it, we dropped 20%. Second time, we broke through. Once weekly close broke resistance, went full bull again at $61,000. Have a system in place. And this is the chart that he shared, and he is right here. July 21st tweet. Look at where the price was for Bitcoin, right around that $30,000 region. He simply tweeted out, accumulation, Bitcoin. And people are yelling at him, admit it's a bear market. Admit we're in a bear market. People are yelling at me too, the same thing. I'm like, oh my God, just go away. And then here you see October 18th. So this is just a couple days ago. Weekly close confirmed, full bull once more. And I shared that too when that happened. This stuff isn't exactly rocket science. Just like expect people to keep behaving the same until there's a reason for them to behave differently, and you see them start to behave differently, and then it's like, okay, maybe we need a new analysis, but at this point, they're not. And then here, and this is exciting too. I own Ethereum, not that I'm super duper excited about it, but I do own it, and I've owned Ethereum since November of 2017. But here just an hour ago, Credible Crypto tweeted out, Ethereum on its way. And the price for Ethereum at the time I'm recording this, $4,072. Its all-time high, a little shy of $4,400. Now, this is important because, look, the market cap, $480 billion, damn near $500 billion. That is awesome. And if XRP matches that market cap, roughly, I'm just using rough numbers here, you are looking at a $10 XRP. So do you think that it's ever going to have a market cap of $480 billion? Like, I have a hard time believing XRP is never going to get there at this point, because, well, look at how high the market's going. So 480 million, especially considering last market cycle, Ethereum and XRP topped off at about the same level. So if Ethereum, especially if Ethereum is going to keep going, so many analysts think we're talking like $10,000 or $15,000 top for this market cycle. Some even say 20. I don't know what to believe on that. I'm not going to pretend to. But even if XRP is anywhere near that, you're looking at some serious life-changing money for a lot of people that are holding XRP. Like, that's going to be absolutely massive. So, Incredible Crypto here, he thinks that Ethereum's going to be hitting $10,000 for the high. So, if XRP matches that, you're looking at $20 XRP. If it matches it, then it's an if. But that's what happened last market cycle. Let's see what happens this time. Here's a tweet from chart analyst DIY Investing. In 2017, so many people were calling for $100,000 at the top of the cycle. Let me pause right there just to state, again, Bitcoin was at a high of $20,000 last market cycle, late 2017. People were calling for $100,000 that market cycle. Insanity. That wasn't going to happen. Anyway, DIY continues now. We aren't going to top sub $100,000 this cycle. We top once noobs start calling for $1 million for Bitcoin, which we should see after $200,000 gets taken out. And so DIY Investing does think that Bitcoin is going to be topping out at the end of this year at $250,000. He's been very vocal about that. I hope he's right. I would love to see that. And it's when it happens, though, like the public, they're going to be in a complete frenzy, extreme greed mode. I'll be sharing with you the Crypto Fear and Greed Index. And leading up to that, I'm just going to be increasingly cautious and more concerned the higher the price gets that, okay, at some point the crowd's going to be wrong. It'll happen. It'll absolutely happen. It'll top off here. And people will be calling for crazy prices for Bitcoin once it's already up crazily high, just like they did last market cycle and the time before that. That's just how humans behave. Good old lemmings. Here's another tweet from DIY Investing. FYI, the harder Bitcoin pumps, the more room your alts have to go up. If Bitcoin doesn't rip hard, your alts are effed. All hail the king. And hey, you know what? Credit where it's due. I am pro Bitcoin. Like I'm critical of it, and rightfully so. There's all sorts of technological shortcomings, minimal utility, but that doesn't mean it can't be here forever. Maybe humans will choose to use it forever as a store of value. That's a plausible outcome here. It is. And maybe layer 2 technology results ultimately in additional utility in the future that we're just not seeing today. That's also possible. And I'd be happy if that happens. That's fine. But I'm still going to be intellectually honest here. Just because I hold Bitcoin, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, it's perfect, there's no problems. No, that's not how this works, folks. But I can't say that about XRP. There aren't technological problems or shortcomings with XRP. It's perfect for payments. Not that it can be all things to all people, but in terms of utilizing XRP for just about anything having to do with payments, yeah, that's the superior coin to choose. It just is. Here's a tweet from chart analyst Will Clemente, who talks a lot about on-chain metrics and such. He simply tweeted out this morning, "There is no overhead supply. Bitcoin has entered price discovery," and that's what you want to see. Eventually, we'll be able to say that about XRP. Like, it's coming. All-time high is coming. I'm telling you, Bitcoin won't just go up, rocket up like this forever without money ultimately bleeding into XRP and other altcoins. Our day will come. It is. You got to be patient. And so this is the point where people that are new and the impatient people, they will be chasing Bitcoin and other stuff. That's what the investors do that don't know what the hell they're doing. Which is why Warren Buffett has stated, and he was talking about the stock market, but it's true of crypto as well. It's the same human DNA participating in both markets. But Warren Buffett has publicly stated that the stock market is a mechanism for transferring wealth from the impatient to the patient. So if you're impatient, good luck. You're going to need it. Here's another tweet from chart analyst, on-chain metrics analyzer, Will Clemente. 100% of Bitcoin supply is currently in profit. Congrats to all hodlers. And you love to see that. You know what? That's fantastic. This is a good day, folks. And this is fantastic for XRP. You want to see this. So, do I even need to ask how everybody's doing out there? I know everybody's doing. Everybody's happy right now, right? And my gosh, this is exciting. This is exactly what I was expecting. And so all of the beating that I had to take from that small percentage of clueless people in my comment section of my videos for like the last most of the 5 months, totally worth it. Totally worth it. You say what you want, guys. I know you don't know what you're doing. You're doing your best and you're emotionally responding, and you took some of it out on me, but that's okay. That's okay. I knew it was probable that this is the direction that we were heading based on all sorts of data, which I've been covering for a very long time. And I know the bulk of you get this. The bulk of you out there, the strong majority of people listening to this channel, you're more informed than the typical, the stereotypical retail investor out there. But there's still a small percentage of people that even come to this channel and just don't know what the hell they're doing. And it's very evident. And they're very emotional and rude a lot of the time. So it is what it is, though, and it's fine. Like I get it. People get cranky when their money go down. I understand, but I don't behave like that. I don't think it's ideal. I understand it. I'm not excusing it. I don't think that's appropriate adult behavior, but I understand it. But man, happy day. Everybody doing your happy dance out there? It's a good time. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here, though. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Mambo.